What is up, you guys? Thank you for jumping on and welcome to my channel, Enter the Dungeon. Today we're going to be talking about Rome DAO Finance, or Rome DAO, an upcoming fork of OHM. So is it going to be the next OHM? Is it going to be the next Time Wonderland? Well, we don't know a ton yet, but we're going to jump into it. We're going to dive into it. We're going to go over what we do know, and we're going to ask a few questions, and we're going to try to get a little bit of conviction on this project, try to understand what it's all about. But first of all, a couple of disclaimers. Number one, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video should be construed as financial advice. So do your own research, right? This is really just for educational purposes to report on Rome DAO. So number two, do me a favor, come over to my channel and hit the subscribe, hit the like button. It's a nice, tiny, positive signal to YouTube that this channel is creating valuable content, and it helps me out, and I appreciate it, and I'll send y'all virtual hugs. Number two, do me another big favor. Come over to my site, dungeon.fyi, and drop your email address here. So this is my newsletter. I'm going to send you 1 to 2 emails per week, breaking news in crypto, DeFi, ways that I'm making money online with affiliate marketing and all kinds of stuff. And I'll just show you real quick. This is like lightweight content, not heavy selling or anything like that. I'm literally just coming in here and sending you guys information about coins that are popping off, DeFi projects that are popping off, forks that I'm looking at, and all kinds of stuff. So that would be a massive help to me. Any resources that I talk about in this video or any other video, I will try to link below. Okay, so let's jump into this real quick. So what is Rome DAO, and what do we know so far? So first of all, Rome DAO is a fork of OHM on the Moonriver network. So that's connected to Kusama and Polkadot. I don't fully understand how all those protocols interact together, but Moonriver on the Moonbeam network has been trending lately. There's been a lot of talk about it lately, and as far as I know, Rome DAO is going to be the first home fork on Moonriver. And it's just, there's so much hype around this project. People are really, really, really excited about it. It's been getting a lot of attention. It's got a lot of interesting mechanics and things going on behind the scenes, but we still don't know too much. Their website hasn't even launched yet. As of right now, what we do know is that so far what we know is that it should be launching soon publicly around the 30th. Okay, so don't take that as gospel truth, but that is today's the 16th, I believe, so around the 30th for the public launch. The whitelist pre-sale will be happening before that at some time. So this is an experimental protocol. It's full of risk, but remember that the early investors and stakers in OHM and TIME Wonderland are sitting on like a nice pile right now. They did very, very well. And I think what the question on everybody's mind is Rome DAO going to do that on the Moonriver network? And with the amount of forks and the amount of stuff happening right now, it's hard to say. There's a lot of dilution in that space already. So Rome DAO is a community project built by a core team of devs, researchers, and community builders from the OlympusDAO community. So that's important to note. So early backers from OHM are coming over to Rome because they see good things there. Their initial goal is to help expand the OlympusDAO ecosystem into Kusama and Polkadot while experimenting with new bond types. So this is really important to note because as far as I know, so OHM ZEUS, right? He's the front man. He's the leader of OlympusDAO. As far as I know, Rome DAO is one of the only OHM forks that he has publicly called out with some kind of positive support on Twitter. So just check it out. In this thread, he's talking about all the new forks that are happening of OHM and the dangers around that. What could be good things with that and what could be bad things like dilution. But essentially his thesis in this thread is that if forks are interacting with OHM, and if they are investing with OHM and staking with OHM and taking OHM assets and bringing those into their treasury, that is a good thing for everybody, right? That the positive vibes and the value will essentially trickle up and down from a loan back and forth to the forks, right? So he goes on. So I suggest you find this on your own if you want to read the whole thing. But let's just go down to the important part, right? So he kind of like does a little bit of a like boom boom on Wonderland Fi, who was supposed to take OHM and use that in their treasury. And then he says, but he gives props to Rome DAO Finance for picking up the torch, right? So you should definitely follow their Twitter, by the way. So let's jump on. So that's important, though. If OHM ZEUS is talking about this project, I don't want to say that that's a signal that you should go buy or jump in. I'm just saying that there's a little bit of trust being built in the ecosystem, right? So let's jump back over here real quick, because remember, we don't even have their website yet. It's not even up. I tried to find it, but it's not available. It's not live right now. So everything that we know about Rome is coming from Twitter, it's coming from YouTube, and it's coming from Discord. So we'll jump into their Discord in a minute. So just stay with this video if you kind of want to see this whole thing. So let's see here. So what's happening here a little bit different with Rome than a lot of the forks is there's a lot of interesting gamification happening. There's a lot of interesting community projects being built, and all kinds of stuff, right? So let's see here. Let's just go down here. In an effort to bootstrap a healthy treasury from day one, we'll be going to market with the following bond types, including 2 stables and 1 liquidity position: Magic Internet Money, DAI, Rome MOVR. So let's jump over real quick and learn a little bit more from some of their other. All right, so something that I think is super cool is that Rome is actually gamifying governance and self-organization, and they're doing it in the form of houses. So right now, there's 6 houses, and people are joining them. They're separate discords, but this is how the DAO is going to be formed, with the community behind the actual governance of the project. The community in these different houses is leading things like marketing, dev, product, design, memes, all that kind of stuff. So from what I know, the houses are actually filling up. So if you're in the Discord, you got to check around. You got to ask somebody for an invite to one of these. But I think this is really cool. So there's 6 houses. So this is like, it's fun, it's interactive. People are aligning with these different houses. So there's the House of Consuls, Policymakers, House of Chaos. So this is a group of people from Chaos DAO. House of Grapes is a neutral house for events. House of Keck, culture, historicity, memers, and all that. And Sempronia is design and engineering. So all these people are just like aligning in these communities, and it's actually really fun and it's really cool. And there's a lot of like interesting gamification happening around all this stuff. A lot of this is still very shadowy. Like I can't wrap my mind around a lot of it. There's not a lot of public information. And we're starting to get some screenshots of their UI, which looks really cool, from their website, where people will be able to, in the houses, will be able to vote on protocol decisions and protocol opportunities, ideas for things with the protocol, right? So that's really cool too. There's just a democratization happening here in the DAO. So let's jump in. So, as far as being bullish, I'm not going to tell you one way or another what I am, because you have to get that conviction for yourself and do your own research. But I will say that it's very promising that Rome is doing interesting things, that they're doing different things, that they're investing in their community and the protocol. So again, like, do your own research. There's not a lot out there on this project, but it's looking like it's going to be a massive one. Okay, so all right, so I hopped over here to the Discord, which I suggest that you do too. So check it out, right? Like right now, currently there's 25,000 members in the Discord, which, as far as I'm concerned, for a launch, that is super bullish. If there's a lot of buying pressure from a lot of people after the public launch, the price is going to shoot up. Now, that could also mean that it's going to come back down really quick, but there are opportunities in there. But remember, the true power of these protocols, of OHM, of Time Wonderland, of all their forks, and now of Rome DAO, is not in day trading. It's not it's not trading the price action. It's going to be in staking the protocol for like bonkers berserk percentage. So like Wonderland Time right now, the APY is sitting at 85,000%. So that means if they can hold on to that APY for a year, you could walk away with massive gains. And you know, those numbers go up and down, APY goes up and down, but it's really about compound interest. That's what all of these things are about. And if you want to learn more about different ohm forks popping off, you can find my video on ohm fork season. And you can find my video on Clam or Otter Finance, which I'm also pretty stoked on, right? So let's just go into this a little bit. I don't want to take up too much time because there's a lot of information, but I will say that the chat is bullish. Everybody is stoked. It's a very positive community. The vibes are positive and everybody is super, super helpful. So number one, go into the Discord because getting an idea of the community is key to building conviction in these projects, okay? Check out their Medium. Check out their Twitter. Check out everything that people are talking about in here and make sure that you learn a lot more, right? So let's talk a little bit more about Moonriver, okay? So Rome is launching on the Moonriver network, which means you'll need to have, if you want to participate, you'll need to have MOVR or mover on a Moonriver enabled MetaMask wallet. So one of the best ways that you can get there, especially if you're US based and you're used to using Coinbase, is to bridge from AVAX to the Moonriver network. And I do have a video on exactly how you can do that. Just scroll through my videos and you'll find a video how to bridge AVAX to MOVR. And that's very cheap because the Coinbase fees are low. And it's a great way to get over to Moonriver and start swapping for Rome and start interacting, right? So similar to mini blockchains, but Moonriver is early. Gas fees are super low compared to something like Ethereum. And as far as I know, there's no other reserve currency style protocol like Rome currently launching on this network. So it could be massive, right? If they gain traction, if they get a foothold, if they start to crush it, this protocol could be huge. It could be very big for early participants. So just as a disclaimer too, I'm 99% sure I will be investing in this, but I do want you to do your own financial or your own research. Okay. So I suggest if you don't understand Moonriver, there's a lot of great resources in here. Go in here, check these out, like click around to some of these YouTube things and all that stuff, and you'll get a better understanding of how to get on Moonriver and if you want to operate with this project. All right, so a couple more important details. Number one, the whitelist is over. You can't join the whitelist as of yet. So as far as I know, only about 2,300 addresses were whitelisted. I could be wrong about this, but just from my memory, so do your own research on this too. As far as I know, this is have been a very fair public launch. Basically early people to the server who boosted the server got a whitelist. So it wasn't about like deep pockets. Like it wasn't just whales getting the whitelist. I don't know if there's any venture capital funds or any like big whale investors in this yet. I'm sure there's whale crypto investors, but I don't know about in traditional finance. I don't know if there's any VCs. As far as I know, as far as the technicals go, I'm pretty sure there's a multi-sig going to be in place, but again, do your own research. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. I know we don't know a ton about Rome DAO yet, but we will know more very soon. It will be launching, towards the end of this month, towards the end of November 2021. The best thing you can do right now is jump in the Discord if you have any interest in this. I'll drop a link to the Discord below this video and to any of the other websites like their Medium that I've mentioned in this. And just go in there and start interacting with the community and start learning. Go to their Medium, read their blog posts, do everything you can before that launch to figure out if this is something that you want to participate in. Okay, guys? So thank you so much. Hit like, hit subscribe. Go over to dungeon.fyi if you want to get news once to twice per week on airdrops, DeFi, own protocols, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. I'm out.